Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adventures with Roxanne. How's everyone's day going? How's it been? How's your weekend? How's your Memorial Day? If you live in a foreign country, how's your day? How's your night? What time is it there? It's 4:30 in the afternoon in the U.S. in the great old state of Georgia. And I thought I'd go live for about 15, 20 minutes. Talk about my trip this weekend and the things I saw and taste test a cake can caramel flan. So we're gonna wait and see if anyone shows up, and if not, I'll taste test it anyway, and then go back and watch it later. Yep. And also have another thing I might taste test, or I might put it off to another day. This is a chocolate Danish. These products are from Japan. Let's see who makes this one. This one's distributed in California, but product of Japan. Now these are Snellville, Georgia. The cake cans. The cake cans, it says from Snellville, Georgia. That's not bad. I thought they were a product of Japan, but I think they're based off a Japan product. Well, I was surely mistaken. But anyway, welcome whoever's here. I like my lurkers, but we're gonna be doing so let's see if we can get anyone else to show up. Cake can. It says it's flan. It's nothing like the Mexican flan. We did have a sample at the place, so I thought, well, let me try the whole can and see if it's any good. One sample ain't enough, you know. So welcome whoever's here in the background. How was your day? You wonder where did I get it at? Well, I was at a convention past weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, called MomoCon. It was a wonderful anime convention. You saw everything from people dressed up in Minecraft to anime to Marvel to bikini bathing suits. That's what I called it. There was also a bodybuilding contest. So you saw several men going around with no shirts on. Woo, they were good looking. But Roxanne really wasn't looking. So anyway, whoever's here, thank you for showing up. But yeah, we're going to give it, another 3 or 4 minutes, see if anyone shows up. Then I'm going to show you what a cake can looks like. He said this is more like a Jello pudding, hard Jello, but it was fantastic at the place. So we're gonna taste the whole can or eat some of this while we're on live today. And then I'll probably maybe taste the Danish cookie too. Not cookie. Danish pastry. This one's from Japan. It's chocolate pastry added to the dough to give the Danish rich chocolate flavor. It's a dark chocolate and milk chocolate in here in the Danish pastry. Yeah, and this is from Japan. It's from an Asian food market out of California, but these are made in Japan. So, welcome. So, Anyway, the MomoCon had all kinds of pastries and desserts and uh, potato chips. I got potato chips I'm going to taste test, but I'm not doing those today. I'll do those another day. It's a salted, fermented egg potato chip. They let you have one sample of that too, and it had some kind of barbecuey, little spicy taste to it, but not so bad that I wouldn't eat it. So I bought those. They're not the Hello Kitty ones, but I said something different to try, and I'll try it. Welcome, whoever's here. Thank you. So, if it's any of my friends and y'all are working in the background, leave a comment, subscribe, like. But we're gonna open. This is popkin, pop a popkin, whatever you want to call it. You don't need a can opener. You don't need a can opener. That's what the top of it looks like. It won't spill out. It's kind of jello-y. But it was the bite I had at the Momocon was really good. Now sometimes one bite does not give you enough to say, "Oh, I want to buy this," but I couldn't. He was giving one sample out. You had a choice of this, and I've got another one that I'll sample another day. Cookies and cream. That's what it looks like. Caramel. Sort of what you would think a flan would be. When you get a flan, it's got the caramel, but but it's melted. This is not melted. So yeah. So if anyone else shows up before I take my bite, anyone want to say anything in the room? Anyway, this is what I'm gonna go ahead and sample this. Looks like it's gonna be two people and me and my little dog on the floor. Yeah. Let's try this. It's called canned cake. I'll show y'all again for those who didn't see it. Canned cake. There you go. Mm-hmm. Not bad. It is a firmer texture than a regular flan, but it's pretty good. Hmm. Might be my friend Bishop watching. He's cooking on the grill today. Keeping up with the Joneses. There are a couple out of Arizona, the Mesa area, the Valley. So, yeah. But this is good. They were 3 for $10. No, 3 for $10.99. In other words, why didn't they just say $11 a piece? But I got him $3 off. So he may be watching this channel today, the guy who owns this, because I did tag him, the name of their company. And he gave me a creator's discount, which was pretty good, I thought. Plus, I ended up with 3 more cans for free from the group I was with. It was we had a creators party, a media party, and there were cake cans there. And when the party was almost over, there was still some left on the table, so I took three more. No, I took two more. I ate one there and took two more. So I took a total of three. I ate one there and brought a couple more home. So they're not bad at all. Cake can. Yeah, if you're not into a hard, not hard, but more structured, you know, texture of a cake. The other one that I got is more, he said they're more like a cheesecake, but to me, neither one of them taste either like a cheesecake. This one, I've only had flan once and it was okay, but this is not, this is very different. Just a harder little, you know, like vanilla pudding, chocolate pudding, but more of a jello consistency. Harder, but it is very good. Mm, yep. Cake can. Yep. I gained about 15 subscribers this weekend just from going to the MomoCon and handing out my little badge sticker thing that goes on your badge. So I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, it was a wonderful weekend. Though now I do have some complaints, but really it's not about MomoCon. About the bus service. Every morning I go out to get on the bus to get to MomoCon because the hotel next to MomoCon is the World Congress Center. There's two. There's the Hyatt and the Omni, and they were both full. Nothing you could do. So I had to take the bus, but it took an hour, a couple of the mornings, for the bus to get there. Now, the last morning, I played it smart and didn't go out of my room as quick because I didn't have anything really planned. Sunday was a laid back day at the con. Not as many, not as many panels going on. No dancing, stuff like that. So anyway, but we're gonna try this one, the Danish chocolate Danish. So when I left, I said I'm not leaving right away. And then my other complaint was with the hotel. I go to get in the shower. One of the nights I was there, and there was no hot water. Lukewarm water. At least it wasn't freezing, but it was lukewarm water. Also, I took a picture of my dinner I got one night. I took it to go back into my room to relax and watch a few YouTube videos before I got ready for to go to bed for the next morning for MomoCon. And when I'm down there waiting, it takes forever to get it to start with. 20, 25 minutes, 30 hours waiting, the whole process. Then I look down in front of my feet, and the little toothpicks that look like swords. There were about 5 or 6 of those on the floor in front of my feet with a little bit of trash that right next to the table. I can understand food crumbs from people who eat and stuff like that. Most of them clean that up. Hey, Ribeye Susie, they clean that up with the thing at, when it's time to close. But leaving something like that someone could step on was a no-no. But then when I got my food, I said I wanted mayonnaise. Well, I looked in, didn't even pay attention to the chicken, but I said, this is not mayonnaise. What is it? Oh, it's garlic mayonnaise. I said, well, I need regular mayonnaise, please. And I didn't look as if it was bread or anything because mayonnaise, And so it was supposed to be a chicken sandwich. I didn't want the lettuce or tomato or the pickle. Well, I opened it up in my room. There was no bread. It wasn't on a sandwich. and it was burnt to a crisp. And I said, ugh. So I called the zero number. You know, you call the operator, told them what was going on, and she said, "Okay, we'll get the manager to call you." I waited 15 minutes or so, thinking, well, she was busy. So finally said, "I'm calling back." So I called the number again, and they got me to the manager within like 3 or 4 minutes, real quick this time. The manager said, "We'll make it right. Do you want another piece of chicken sandwich, or would you like something else?" She said, "We'll give you anything on the menu." I said, "What else have you got?" Then I said, "Oh, do you have chicken wings?" She said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "I want plain chicken wings." Well, they brought, and I said, "Can I have the bun?" Because I came with bacon. Oh, I ordered bacon on the side with a chicken sandwich, and it said, that was extra, and I knew it was going to be extra. It was $2, and you got 2 pieces of bacon. Well, I got 4 pieces of bacon. So I said, "Okay." I didn't get the bun because I was going to use the bacon for my breakfast the next morning. Yeah, not good. So they brought me, it's supposed to be brioche bun. If you know what a brioche bun is, most of them are yellow toned because it's an egg based bread. Well, this was a regular old hamburger bun, which was okay. I ate it the next morning with my bacon. But there's no microwaves in the room, so I couldn't warm it up. And I had food from the con that I bought. It was a rice bowl. It was rice and chicken, and I didn't get and cheese. I didn't get the tomato and the lettuce, but anyway, I couldn't even warm that up, so I ended up just throwing it away because there was nowhere to warm it up. But the worst thing was the burnt food, and I couldn't even eat the chicken wings. I ate two out of the 6 chicken wings, and threw them in the trash. By then, I had gotten tater tarts with my first meal, came with the meal. I ate part of the tater tarts. But long story short, the chicken wings were not good. Threw them in the trash. The next morning, I had an upset stomach. My diverticulitis kicked in, and I said, "Nope, nope, nope." So I complained. I complained on their website, and don't know if I'll get anything out of it or not, but I complained. And this is what I'm just eating now. It's a Danish, chocolate Danish from Japan. And well, it looks like this. And let's see how good it is. Hey, Scott. Happy Memorial Day to you, Scotty J. So, this is, I was going to say cheesecake, but it's not. It's a Danish. Mm. These are good. Very good. If you're a person that likes a sweet, but not a overly sweet, a light something, this would be it. This is not very sugary. Because I know in Japan, they don't have heavy sugar stuff. It's good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Did y'all see the cake can? I know, he's my little buddy. Yep. This is called Can't. I can get it turn. I can turn it right. Can cake. This is a. It says caramel flan. A little thicker than a normal flan. Kind of has a jello pudding thickness, like your jello, not pudding, but jello. Your lemon lime jellos, but this is caramel flan. Yeah, I'm wearing my hat, hoping that one day Disney's going to spot me and I'll be on a star. I'll get a trip to Disney, or, that's my goal. Oh, Scotty, I'm going to Disney in Paris next June. Look up Park Pass TV. He's announced his Disney trip. It's June. I don't know when in June, but it's June 2026. We're going to Disney, going to the Netherlands, and going to a park called Ethylene. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're going to the Netherlands first, do some sightseeing there. We're going on he said they're going to be going to a cheese tasting. And I said, that's right up my alley. But here's the flan. It's good. I'm going to do it. I'll be with a bunch of other people. I won't be by myself. I'll be with people from the U.S. and the Netherlands. And they speak English. So, or the guy that's doing it does. I don't think he speaks Dutch. So, don't know the price or cost yet. But my pennies are saving up. Howdy, Yoda. And Scotty, if you're a travel agency, I was looking up Disney cruise for December. About the first week in December. I found it for $1,000, almost $500, a little less, I think. 4-day cruise. If you can find me something around then. And I want to go to, after the 4-day cruise, I want to go to Disney, to the Mickey party, and go to Disney a couple of 3 days and do the Mickey party. But anyway, Yoda, I'm tasting can cake. It's flan. Yeah. And it's made in Snellville, Georgia. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was from Japan. But it may be based off Japan, because I know in Japan, if you've ever watched any of the people, there's a lot of vending machines. And they have cakes in a can in a vending machine. I like this. But will I go out and buy more of it? Unless it's in my local store, I'm not going to go hunt it down. Now this one, I would most likely go hunt it down and buy it again. It's not overly sweet. I like caramel, but this is rich. The caramel is rich. You can tell there's a little sugar in this one. This one is so light. Yeah. Anyway. But for my trips to Disney and stuff, I may do the 1855 getaway number. 1855 getaway. He does all things Disney. I don't know if they do Tokyo, but they do Paris. I know he told me they did Paris, but Paris is through another travel agency guy that does guided tours. Scotty, you need to do some guided tours somewhere. Get a group together. Yeah, going out of Port Canaveral, close to Disney is what I want. Yeah, and I want to be able to get one of the hotels there so I can, have priority passes and stuff to get in the parks. I hadn't been to Disney since I was 18 years old. My husband and I would say, I tell him, let's go to Disney. Well, our daughter, when she gets, he'd say, when Joy gets older and can walk, we'll go to Disney. I said, she's walking now. He said, I mean, really can walk, or we don't have to have a stroller, and we'll go to Disney. I said, okay. She turned 5, 6, 7. She's 41. My husband's dead. He never took her to Disney. He wasn't a park person. And I'm not a big rider. I don't like to ride the roller coasters. But I love the shows. I love the people watch. I love the shopping. Yep. I love the fireworks. All that kind of stuff. So, anyway. But I'm only going to be here a couple more minutes because I've got a live. I got to talk to a friend who's helping me get my channel going and hopefully helping me make money off this channel. Anybody want to donate a little bit here and there, it all's going back to my channel to help me get to places I want to go to and video. This weekend at Momocomb, other than the hotel and the burnt chicken and no hot water in the bathroom, the nasty floor at the restaurant, it was okay convention. Oh, and another thing, I didn't volunteer. I went as media. There's 2 different categories: volunteer and media. Media got to go into a room where we could charge our phones and have the snacks, whatever snacks they had out there. And, that's about it. Volunteers got a drawstring goodie bag with a water bottle, t-shirt, 2 vouchers for food in the food court area. What else did they get? They probably got about $100 worth of stuff. Media got only a room with snacks. Oh yeah, the volunteers also had a room with snacks and a way to charge your phone. So next year, if I do MomoCon again, I'm going to put down volunteer. Now you have to work at least 9 hours, depending on the media is 14 hours. The Pokemon place that I met a lady from, young lady, she said they only had to work 9 hours. So I think I can look up and see, what the least hours you can work to be able to go. And they also had a party last night after the con to thank the volunteers, party, and it was all free food. And they had prizes. So next year I'll be a volunteer, not just a media, because I can do media while I'm volunteering. They can't stop me from picking up my camera and shooting people's faces, taking pictures. So might as well do it where I get benefits from both. Anyway, fantastic. Fantastic. I don't know how they are together. Let's see. Not bad when you put them together. Spread the cake can on your Danish roll. You got a new creation. That ain't bad. Not bad at all. So, anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna hope y'all are having a blessed Memorial Day and having fun. Because I'm gonna see y'all on the next live, the next adventure, the next around the corner. You'll see me. So everyone, y'all have a blessed day now, and we'll see y'all on the next Adventures with Roxanne. Bye. See you later, Scotty J.